Here's a topic that doesn't get discussed very much about your narc ex's mother. If you are co-parenting or parallel parenting and you've got a narc ex but still find his other family members, maybe his mother or his sister decent, and you've given them the green light in your mind when it comes to your kids, you need to listen up. I'm about to tell you that no matter how nice they aren't to be trusted with your children. Don't forget that your mother-in-law raised your narc ex. If she was the codependent in the situation, she tried to make up her lack of parenting during his childhood by being a person of service to him in adulthood. Guilt never produces healthy outcomes. She brought him up to be a narcissist by not mothering him properly. If you haven't heard that, I'm going to keep repeating that. If you leave your kids with her too much, guess what she'll do? She will repeat the whole thing again. Whatever doesn't get fixed, it persists. That's a quote by Tony Robbins, or it may be someone else. Anyway, she'll likely got internalized sexism. And I mean this even for mother-in-laws who you thought were feminists because they had a really good job back in the day, or they were single mothers raising your narc ex and their siblings. When it comes to breaking generational cycles, making an effort is sometimes just not good enough. It often isn't. Not to say that it wasn't her best, but her failure to raise a son with morals, ethics, and a healthy sense of human rights cannot be repeated through your kids again because you want to acknowledge that she's a nice person and for her efforts and because she's genetically related to your children. By the way, as a side note, she's likely a boomer, talking about the generation that we're in right now. They invented participation trophy. It's the most toxic concept that produces entitlement. Participating as a parent is not enough. Physically providing is not enough for your children. If we want to excel in something, in anything, we have to be either graded or have self-leadership to grade ourselves, to check ourselves constantly. What did she do? She participated in parenting, she reproduced, and she physically provided, possibly, and now she wants her right to be a grandma. As a parent, she was stunted in her own trauma, probably chose work or her sexual partner during your ex's critical developmental years, and this doesn't apply to every single one of you, but many of you will understand this, and she hasn't dealt with her own childhood issues. Do you really want to pass that down to your kids? She'll pass on her mental patterns, judgment, toxic positivity, all of that. You may not see it now when the children are young, but she will create division and trauma in your children. As for sure, she'll have her favorite one. And the favorite one will be one that reminds her of her son, where her stickly regrets will take over and try to fix what she could never fix through grandparenting. She'll try to make up for what she failed in through this grandchild who isn't her son, but her subconscious problems will resurface and will impact all your children's wellness, and she will do her best to use manipulation with ulterior motives to keep you doing what is ideal in her son's favor. Whether that's to keep you living close by, even though it makes no financial sense for you, or to gain your trust to drop off the kids way too much, which gets in the way of your healthy attachment with your children. Remember, honey catches flies better than vinegar. Never think that she actually has respect for you because she acts nice. Understanding red flags and green flags in people, because when you carefully discern, she's full of red flags. No matter how nice she acts, she's always got her own agenda.